Welcome to this episode of YouTube. And seasons are starting to change, and we see some behavioral patterns starting to change for the wolves. A little bit less nocturnal, and this is Bolts coming down on top of the den, and you can see Bolts is looking pretty good. He has, again, a T3.5 tail. That means his tail is kind of touching his haunches, so he's not as comfortable looking around for his pack mates. He did have a summer of bug phobia, but again, that's kind of dissipating as we get into the fall season. And you can see a little bit of focus there. But obviously, by him spending a lot of time away from the pack, there's always concern for him about where's the pack, how are they going to react when he comes back in. So we're starting to work on that transition for him. Otherwise, the pack is pretty much right now Axel, Grayson, and Denali spending a lot of time in the front of the exhibit. And enrichment is a big part of it. You can see the window in front of the public there. That's an area where 3 or 4 times a day the staff do enrichment, again, to try to get the wolves stimulated, and it really helps their social engagement as well. And the other thing someone had asked me, I thought I'd address, is what's that big box that they kind of lay on? That's what we call our pump housing. In order to keep the algae under control, we filter all the pond water through a UV filter system. That means it has to have electrical, it has to have glass UV bulbs, it has to have a pump. So all of that is a concrete pump housing piled with rocks with a plate steel cover. The wolf care go in there every day and make sure that there's nothing, plugging the pond pump and clean it out. Grayson loves to watch the wolf care staff do that. And again, we oftentimes see things that we use for pond enrichment in the pump housing. So old watermelon, lemons, beaver feet kind of come out of there. So it's not the best job in wolf care, but certainly it's an important job to make sure that the animal health is obviously our top priority, and the pond stays clean. Fall is in the air, so Grayson lets out a howl. Sometimes when Grayson howls, we're not certain what he's calling about, but this clip, taken by Molly Olson, does show a pair of radio-collared wolves that were in our parking lot a few nights ago. And so it could be wolf communication. This time of the year, wolves are kind of on the move. So thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.